This is Rock and Roll English. Real people, real English. Here's your host, Martin Johnston.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Rock and Roll English. Episode number 99. Oh yeah baby. The next one is 100. And I'm going to make a podcast about that probably tomorrow to let you know what I want to do. Anyway, let's concentrate on today's podcast, where I speak to Boom Boom Cannon about stuff people do at the beach. Notice I said they're beach, not bitch. They are very different words. Lots and lots of rock and roll vocabulary today. I counted, I think, 20 pieces of rock and roll vocabulary. So go to the website, which again is working at the weekend. I don't know why. Nobody knows why. But let's just enjoy it whilst it lasts. And if you're wondering why I'm not mentioning anything about the football, that's because I'm recording this before. So I don't know what's happened. I don't know if England are out, they're in. I don't know, baby. Anyway, here is the show. Happy listening. Boom Boom Cannon, how are you today?
I'm good, Martin. How are you?
Always fantastic, Boom Boom. Always fantastic. Although I've got some bad news for you, actually. So you say you're good, but I don't know how good you will be when I tell you this. I'm not sure if you heard in the last episode, Clarification Charlie slagging you off.
Oh, no. I haven't heard this. Shit.
So what does it mean, slagging you off?
Means, sounds like she's been criticising me.
Yeah, criticising you. Yeah, for not listening to the podcast she was on because you mentioned it on a podcast. Although it's actually impossible for Boom Boom to do this at the moment because that podcast with Clarification Charlie hasn't even been released.
Well,
okay?
So there you go. What can I do?
Because otherwise you would definitely have listened to it. Is that right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to slag her off as well, that's fine. Okay.
No, I'm going to, I don't want beef, between two podcasters. So
sure. So when he says there, I don't want beef, he means I don't want problems. Yeah. You don't want to lower yourself to her level.
Exactly. I'll rise above it. Yeah.
Nice term actually there. I'll rise above it. Exactly that. I won't lower myself. I won't do that. I'm too good for that, he's basically saying. Anyway, let's move on quickly. So, how do we usually start the show?
With a review.
Do you think we have a review?
Yes.
I don't think we do, actually. Still waiting for that fake one.
Shame.
Yours, Boom Boom.
Yeah.
We did receive a fake one last week from one of our friends, Mr. Hilary.
Did we?
Common
Excellent.
friend. But It was so ridiculous, and the words I had difficulty understanding. I decided not to read it. But it's just it was welcome though, because as I said, fake reviews are welcome. But remember, if you do leave a review and I don't read it, please send me a message because sometimes these reviews, they're on Facebook, they're on iTunes, they're all over the place. So just send it to me and I'll definitely read it. Anyway, Boom Boom, do you know what we're talking about today?
I don't know.
Well, don't worry, I will fill you in. Oh, rock and roll vocabulary there, so I will tell you. Well, it's summer now, so, it's nice weather in Europe mostly. So, generally, people like to go to the beach. So, I thought, let's talk about the beach.
Lovely. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah, baby. So, I thought we could talk about beach attire first. So, what do I mean when I say beach attire?
Okay, yeah, attire, you mean clothing, beach wear.
Beachwear, beach clothing, yeah. Quite a formal way to speak. We don't often have formal words from rock and roll English, but there's one for you. So the first one, the sandals and socks. Have you ever done that one, Boom Boom?
I'm going to say no. I try to avoid it wherever possible. My dad's a big fan of the sandals and socks.
Oh, that is a stinker. So when I say it's a stinker, that's it's not great. And you go out with him, do you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think even if my dad did that, I would say, look, Dad, I'm just not going to go out with you. Just please change that, okay? Because I don't want to be seen with you. I wouldn't want to be seen dead with you. Is often a term used. But Boom Boom's dad, though, you don't want to mess around with him, though.
No, he's he wears what he wants, basically.
Yeah. I'll fucking wear what I want, Russ. You fucking bastard. And another common thing at the beach, certainly here in Italy, is people like to wear the Speedos. So what are Speedos, Boom Boom?
Speedos, the kind of tight swimming sort of pants.
Yeah, pants.
Trunks,
swimming trunks is another way we call them. So basically, like really tight. So you can very well you can see balls and cock and stuff like this.
Yeah.
And it's just not very nice to look at. But everyone seems to do it here, all of the men. And some people, I'm sure, they must be putting a sock down there. Because either that or I've got an extremely small penis.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't want to be wearing a Speedo showing off what I've got down there. So I think maybe I would go for a sock if I had to wear the Speedos. Maybe.
Yeah, because sometimes it's just so big. Well, sometimes I can't understand if it's balls or cock, but there's just a load of stuff, more stuff than I've got, and I think that must be a sock.
Yeah, you sound like you're having, a good look.
Oh, well, you've got to, haven't you? If it's someone wearing that, you've got to have a look. Absolutely. Just a quick little glance. So a quick little glance is just a little look. You have to. You absolutely.
Sure.
Wear sunglasses is the ideal thing, so they can't see where your eyes are moving. Generally, obviously, men try and do that for women, but I like to look at men.
Good for you.
Yeah, well, exactly. Go for it. I remember once actually, I went to my cousin's house here in Italy. I didn't realise it was by the beach, so I didn't bring anything. And he said, "Don't worry, I've got something for you." And he just threw me a pair of Speedos. And I just said, I thought about it for a second. I thought, what am I going to do here? And I just said, no, it's not happening. Get me a pair of swim shorts now.
Yeah, there's actually in France. My parents live in France, and the swimming pool near them has a rule. You can't wear swimming shorts, which is obviously what we would tend to wear. You have to wear basically Speedos. So I've never been. I say I refuse.
I'm with you on that, Boom Boom. I would never go either. And mainly for the next problem that I want to talk about is sort of body hair at the beach. So the men here in Italy, a lot of the men shave all of their body hair. Well, I imagine because they haven't got any. Because obviously if you're wearing those trunks, there can be some extra pubic hair, I suppose, coming out. So pubic hair is the hair from your genitals, let's say. I was thinking that you haven't really got this problem, though, have you, Boom Boom? Because you don't really have any hair on your body.
I mean, that's a slight exaggeration, Martin. I do. I don't want to give away any secrets here or, invade my own privacy, but I do have pubic hair. So
congratulations. Most people get that when they're about 12. Boom Boom started. Puberty is the name for this, when the hairs above your penis grow. Started this about a year ago. It was a great day. We had a celebration and everything. Got some champagne out. Boom Boom's got some pubic hairs. I got a nice amount of hair across my body, I think, smooth. Sure.
Yeah, nice and smooth.
That is true, because I'm the opposite end of the spectrum there. So when I say that, I mean like the other extreme, in that I do have a lot of hair. So that's another reason why I would never wear Speedos, because especially the upper leg, it would just be, oh my God, be a horrible sight.
Have you thought about the sort of the all over body shaving?
No, I haven't, mainly because it would take me too long. It would take me about a week. But one thing I count myself lucky for every day when I wake up in the morning is that although I have a lot of hair on my body, there is no hair on my back. And I think, that's just because there is nothing worse than seeing a hairy back at the beach, is it?
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that one. Definitely.
Nothing worse. I mean, people are dying of starvation in the world, but have they seen a hairy back at the beach? I'm not sure, because it is absolutely disgusting. So if I had a hairy back, maybe I would then. Oh, some conditioner there. Do you know what conditioner that is, Boom Boom?
No, fill me in.
Oh, got that one again. Second conditional, actually, because it's hypothetical, Boom Boom. If I had a hairy back, I would shave my back. Yeah, back. There's lots of backs going on here.
Must be quite a difficult thing to shave, though, the back.
Well, I imagine you need some help. Yeah.
Yeah.
You must need some help.
Yeah. If you ever do start, have the need to shave that back, then just give me a shout.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot, Boom Boom. So, moving on. What do you like to do at the beach? Do you like to read? Do you like to listen to music? What do you like to do?
Yeah, I'd like to read or listen to podcasts, obviously.
Oh yeah, certainly not listen to the podcast with Clarification Charlie.
Anything but that, basically. that beef's happening, isn't it?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of beef. I like to read as well, actually, because I remember when we were in Thailand, Boom Boom, and you said to me, apparently girls find it attractive if they can see men reading books. So I thought, well, fuck, I better go and buy some books then. It's never really worked for me. I've never really got any attention from anybody else from reading my books at the beach.
No, what sort of books are you reading though?
Yeah, probably because I'm always reading football-related books, maybe connected to the 90s, like Manchester United greatest stories, something like that.
Yeah, I think most women, when they see sort of Paul Scholes' autobiography, they, great player as he was, but they don't necessarily think he's the one.
Well, I'll keep trying. I'll keep plugging away, which we had, I think, last week. We need to keep trying. So here in Italy as well, certainly here in Palermo, you often get people selling stuff at the beach. And I saw a guy recently who was selling some coconuts. And I'll sing you the little song that he was singing to sell them, which was Coco per lui, coco per lei, coco anche per I gay, which translates as coconuts for him, coconuts for her, and coconuts even for the gays.
Wow.
which I just thought was, well, obviously absolutely ridiculous. The way he sang it was like the gay people would be happy that they can now eat coconuts, like also for the gay people. And all the gay people were thinking, oh God, all this time I haven't been able to eat coconuts. And then now there's this guy who's selling them to us as well. What a great day this is. What a nice liberal guy he is.
Yeah, he'll sell coconuts to anyone. You know, I think it's the word even there that troubles me. The sort of the even for the gays. That's yeah.
What a nice liberal guy he is.
Yeah.
But often when you get people selling stuff at the beach, you often have to haggle with them. What does that mean if you have to haggle?
To negotiate over the price.
Yeah, exactly. So if they want to sell you a coconut, you say, look, you're €1. No way, 50 cents. Are you a good haggler, though, Boom Boom?
I'm a terrible haggler. If I buy something from you, just name a price and I'll pay it.
He'll say, how much? €10. I'll give you 11.
Exactly. I don't think haggling comes naturally to British people generally. I don't think. I think I don't know about you. I think we're maybe, we don't naturally have it in us to haggle.
I'm not very good either. I remember once in particular, I wanted to buy a sort of towel at the beach, and he said, how much? I said, how much? He said, €10. And I said, I've only got 5. And I thought, I'm just going to stay at this. Okay. And he said, like, 8. I said, no, I've only got 5. 7. No, 6. I've only got 5. And then he just went off, walked away. Fuck, I really wanted that.
You didn't run after him, like.
I was tempted. Okay, here's 10, here's 10,
yeah.
here's 10. Yeah. And then I had to wait about an hour and a half for the next one, and then I just gave him 10. I thought, I don't want to risk it again.
Yeah, no, I think I'm too worried about kind of offending someone offering a particularly low price. It's
same. Yeah. So it's not for me. But I've got something else here. Maybe this is for you. Nudist beaches. What about them? Have you ever tried one of them?
I've never tried one. However, I might be trying something similar soon.
Oh, tell us more.
So, it's a coincidence actually. You talked about beaches today because I think I'm planning on doing this week. So at the beach here in Malmö, where I live in Sweden, they have a big sauna at the beach. So it's a long pier that comes out from the beach into the sea, and then there's a sauna at the end of the pier. And the idea is that you use the sauna and then you go for a swim in the sea. You kind of go from sauna to sea. Very Swedish thing to do. But the general rule in the sauna sea facility is that you are naked.
Even in the sea?
In the sea, it's the general. I thought
maybe in the sauna, but even in the sauna, it's very hot in there. If anything's moving around and sort of touches something really hot, that's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I've stayed away so far since I've lived here. But people keep telling me it's a fantastic experience. You can just sort of go, you sort of sauna, then you can sort of bathe out on sort of some wooden flooring outside, then go in the sea. And people keep saying it's amazing. You're naked, you're free.
Yeah,
it's lovely.
I think only once I've been naked in a sort of swimming pool or sea, and it was a liberating experience. Let me tell you, everything just moving around. Oh, it was amazing. And I just thought of this actually. If I had to choose between wearing a pair of Speedos and nothing, I would definitely choose nothing.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. So yeah, I'm going to try that this week.
Oh God, we are looking forward to hearing about this. But send us some pictures, obviously.
Well, I think, funnily enough, taking pictures there is probably against the rules, but I'll see what I can do.
Shouldn't be. But nudist beaches actually really interest me. I would like to just go and just walk around, just see what it's like, just to be naked with other people. I sort of imagine it a bit like Adam and Eve, like the first story in the Bible. A very similar thing. I don't know if there are any snakes on these beaches, though. Obviously, I hope not, because I'm scared of the stuff in the sea. Even a little fish scares me.
Yeah, that's kind of one of my concerns. Yeah, with the sort of naked swimming in the sea. What else is sort of down there?
And the other thing that really scares me about it is obviously getting sunburnt. I mean, it's horrible getting sunburnt anyway on your shoulders, but if you get sunburnt, if you have a sunburnt penis, oh my God.
Yeah.
You need like some of those stuff that Adam had in the pictures from the Bible, where he's just got like a leaf from a tree over his cock. Yeah,
I didn't actually think about this for my potential sauna visit this week, and sort of sunburn, or actually just applying the sunscreen to my cock and balls.
So the sunscreen, which there is it's the protection. Yeah, that will be strange, wouldn't it?
I might have to do that. Yeah, do
but
that at home before I leave. I think.
Oh God, yeah. Well, as I said, I'm looking forward to hearing about this. But speaking of naked people at the beach, what are your thoughts on naked children? I know this sounds very strange, but I fucking hate it. It makes me feel so uncomfortable, especially when it's a boy. Boys, I don't know, like 4, clearly got a penis and is just running around and it's jumping all over, like jumping in my face. Just look, why don't you just put a pair of shorts on your child so he doesn't show his penis off to everyone?
Yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest, it's not something I've ever really had a problem with.
I fucking hate it, honestly. And again, I just can't help but look, because I think it just makes me feel uncomfortable. I just need to make sure he's not coming too close to me.
Yeah.
So it's just creating problems. All I want to do is sit down and read my Paul Scholes autobiography.
And you're distracted by a tiny, tiny penis.
Yeah. Oh God, it's an absolute nightmare. Actually, so one of the things that people like to do at the beach is go skinny dipping. So what's that, Boom Boom?
That's taking all of your clothes off and running into the sea.
Yeah, and generally people like to do this at night. And I actually did that once in Lake Garda. That was the time actually that I've been there. And as I said before, it is a liberating experience, Boom Boom. So I'm very much looking forward to this. You're going to be a new man, like a free spirit after this.
Yeah, I hope so. Did you do that skinny dipping? Was that on your own or with a group of people?
No, I was actually with one of our other friends and his girlfriend. There was the 3 of us. And then it was an awkward situation of thinking, can I look at her or do I have to just...
Can you tell me on the which friends that was, or do you want to sort of protect their privacy of telling everyone you were naked with them?
He was calling himself Raymondo when we were there, if that helps you. Yeah.
Okay, this makes a lot more sense now. Okay.
It was quite a strange situation. I just thought, do I need to look down at my feet the whole time? We were extremely drunk, obviously, but it was a liberating experience as well.
Was this knowing Raymondo, this was probably his suggestion, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. So that was obviously in Italy in Lake Garda. So one of the things, again, here in Italy, a sort of rule they have is you can't have a swim after lunch. Notice there I said have a swim. A lot of people here say have a bath, but generally have baths at home. So you can't have a swim after lunch because they say you will die. Not only like you'll get a stomach ache, you will die. It's like, oh, God.
That's a bit much. That's not a rule that you adhere to.
No. Nice term there, that you adhere to, that you follow. No, and in fact, and everyone says, like, oh, no, you're crazy, you're going to die. We will see about that.
I think I'll survive.
But then there have been a few times where I thought, oh, fucking hell. I'm just trying to prove a point here that I'm not going to die. But if I do die, it's not going to be funny, is it? I've just tried to prove a point. That's all I wanted to do, to win the argument.
Yeah.
But that's
everyone will be saying, we told him he'd die. He didn't listen.
That's me though, Boo. I will go to the death to win an argument. Okay. So another thing that annoys me, which I'm sure maybe you'll have a different opinion about is dogs on beaches.
Ooh,
Very
yeah.
much like the children running around with penises like in my face. Dogs annoy me a lot as well. But I imagine you're a fan of this. Is that right?
I'm a big fan of dogs generally. So yeah, on the beach maybe it does seem slightly odd, but if they want to come and have a run around with me or play, then I'm up for that, definitely.
Some nice rock and roll vocabulary there when it said seems odd, so it seems strange. And when he said I'm up for it, it means that I definitely want to do that. I actually went to the beach last week with Mrs. Rock and Roll English. Went to this like really sort of secluded beach, so that means there was no one there. And then a guy turns up with a dog, and he said, "You're not scared of dogs, are you?" And I was actually going to say, "Yes, I am." Just as he was letting the dog loose. So when you let it loose, you let it free. And I was like, "Well, what was the point in asking me? You've just let the dog loose now." And the dog was running around again. I was lying down, running past me, sand in my face, like it was wet as well. And then there was a rock where I'd put all my stuff, and then the dog just pissed on the rock. And well, luckily didn't piss on my stuff, but it was still near my stuff. And then everyone's laughing. Like, "Oh God, look at that dog pissing on the rock." So, I'm gonna fucking come and piss on you in a minute, mate. See how funny you find that? Fucking bastards.
I would like to see you pissing on a dog. That would
No, I was going to piss on the bloke that had the dog.
Okay.
I wouldn't piss on the dog. The dog might bite my cock.
Good point. I think dogs can definitely pick up your sort of sense of unease around them. The fact that you don't like them, and they do these things. Really, I think he was doing that, just to piss you off.
So to piss me off, to annoy me. Well, yeah. Well, that's another reason why they're all bastards. So moving from something not very good to something quite good. So topless sunbathing. What do we think about that?
Men, women.
Well, generally women. I mean, if a man's at a beach, can you say he's topless?
Technically,
yes. Technically, yes. I mean, I suppose you could, if I was just walking down the street without a top on, that would actually be correct to say he's topless. But it doesn't really work when you're at the beach.
On a beach, no, because it's the assumption is that you would be. I think everyone should just do what they want. Just do what. It's just a body.
Well, that's you going to nudist beaches now. It's like, let's just get it out. Yeah. The problem is though, when someone's topless, it's only happened to me a couple of times in my life, and then they start talking to you, and you just sort of think, "Oh God, where do I look? What do I? How is this a normal conversation? Like, what do I have to do?"
Tricky one, that.
Really tricky.
It's kind of similar sometimes in sort of male changing rooms when some men who are very comfortable just being completely naked also want to have a conversation with you, maybe while sort of drying between their legs.
Oh, that's a nightmare, isn't it? Yeah. And
where do you look?
Yeah. And you get to the point where you're thinking, are you actually ever going to put your pants on, or are you just going to keep your penis in my face? Sometimes they even put their t-shirt on before the pants. And you think, look, you've got to put your pants on first before anything.
Pants first, socks second, I think.
Oh, you socks second. I would go pants first, t-shirt, trousers, socks.
Socks last. I prefer
last,
socks before the trousers.
Oh, that's just mental. I bet you're one of those people that have sex in your socks.
I just think socks are easier to get on. If you haven't got, if you're wearing skinny jeans, that's just getting in the way of putting the socks on.
But if you're wearing socks, I mean, even if anyone sees me, even for a second, and I'm just wearing pants and socks, it's almost like the socks and sandals. I just wouldn't be seen dead like that. Boom, boom. Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely agreed. Pants, you can't. Yeah, if you see someone say t-shirt, pants, but t-shirt, socks, but no pants on, just cock hanging out. That's just that is not on. So not on, not acceptable. Anyway, boom, boom. I'll let you go now, and I look forward to hearing about your time at the nudist beach. Yeah, I'll give you a full description, a full rundown next time.
Very much looking forward to it. We'll see you soon. Boom, boom.
Cool. Take care. Cheers.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was me and Boom Boom Cannon speaking about the beach. Notice again, beach, not bitch. So let's look at that rock and roll vocabulary. I said to Boom Boom, I don't know if you know that Clarification Charlie was slagging you off. So when you slag someone off, you say bad things about them behind their back when they are not there. And Boom Boom responded to that, oh, I don't want any beef. So when there's beef, there's like bad feeling, problems. Very slang term that though, so don't worry too much about remembering that. And he also said, I'll rise above it. So when you rise above it, that's when you don't lower yourself to someone's level. So if someone calls you a bastard, you say, even if you want to call them a bastard, you say, no, I'm going to rise above it. I'll be the bigger man, let's say. We had a common term, which often comes up when I speak to Boom Boom, when I said, I'll fill you in. When he didn't know what we're talking about, I said, I'll fill you in. I'll tell you. So we were talking about the beach and we were talking about beach attire. So attire means clothes. As I said, it's an actual formal word for once. I could ask you, if you're having a party, what's the attire for this evening? What's the dress code? When Boom Boom told me his dad wears socks and sandals, I said, oh, that's a stinker. So if you say it in this context, that's a stinker. It's like, oh, that's terrible. Oh, my God. And I was talking about socks and sandals, and I said I wouldn't want to be seen dead wearing them. Quite obvious meaning, really. And it's true, I wouldn't want to be seen dead wearing socks and sandals. We also had the terms Speedos or swimming trunks, which I remember, the very small pants that men wear to the beach. Why? I don't know. You'll have to ask them. But when we were talking about these trunks, I said I have a little glance. So a little glance is just a quick look, just to see, how big everything is, if everything's in the right place. And again, speaking about these trunks, we said sometimes you might have some extra pubic hair coming out. So pubic hair is hair from your genitals. Yes, that's right. And Boom Boom was saying he has no pubic hair or something like that. And I said I'm the opposite end of the spectrum, the opposite extreme. And then we were talking about people on the beach that try and sell you stuff. And I said you have to haggle with them. So when you haggle with someone, it's like you negotiate the price. But it's a more informal way to speak. And Boom Boom was talking about putting sunscreen on his cock and ball. So sunscreen is like the protection from the sun, the stuff in the tube. You can also call that sun cream if you want, but very much recommended if you go to a beach naked. We had the term adhere to, when Boom Boom said that's not a rule you adhere to. So if you don't adhere to a rule, you don't follow the rule. Boom Boom also said that although he loves dogs at the beach sounds a bit odd. So if it's odd, it's strange. And yes, it is very strange for me to have dogs at the beach. Even if it's a secluded beach. So a secluded beach is where no one can see you, basically. There's almost nobody there. And then the person with this dog, when I said I was there, he let the dog loose. So if you let it loose, you take off the lead and then you just let it run free and throw sand over everyone, which is great. And then I said that's just not on. So if it's not on, it means it's unfair. It's, it's not something you should do. Anyway, remember, all of that rock and roll vocabulary is on the website, rockandrollenglish.com. Go there, have fun, do the quiz. Remember to listen to the podcast tomorrow for the 100th episode. But in the meantime, people, just keep on rocking.
Thanks so much for listening to Rock and Roll English. For more great content and to stay up to date, visit rockandrollenglish.com and facebook.com/rockandrollenglish. We'll catch you next time.